How much will one QNT be worth after the ETF approval? Recently I seen a video from Altcoin Daily on how much one Bitcoin will be worth after the ETF approval. And while that's important and Bitcoin rules the crypto market, I'm personally more interested from how my portfolio is structured on how much one QNT will be worth. Now, when we think about the path to alt season, where Bitcoin pumps first, then that money flows into Ethereum, we hear talks of a flipping, then that money trickles into large caps, and then mid caps, low caps, and micro caps pump around the same sort of time. In terms of market capitalization, QNT falls somewhere in the middle. In QNT going from the highs of $428 from $4, 100x price points, right now being priced around $107, how far can we really go in the coming months in the short term? Well, that's what I want to find out in today's video. So first, really would appreciate if you could leave a like down below in the video, and let's get straight into it. Okay, so first I want to go back to the 2020 halving and the 2021 peak, where a lot of people are saying that's comparative to the 2024 halving approaching and having a 2025 peak. And I want to focus on market capitalization. Let's pick two cryptos in the top 10, ADA and Doge. ADA around a $1.2 billion market cap on the 2020 halving to the 2021 peak of $93 billion, and Doge went from 300 million to around $72 billion market cap. When some people look at QNT's market cap of around 1 billion, they view that as quite limiting. I personally have thoughts of a clean 10x QNT, but I think I have to raise my valuations. And I think the bear market has gotten to quite a lot of us, and it's gotten to me as well. My future price points are really pessimistic. Think about it. SafeMoon, last bull run, had a $17 billion valuation. SafeMoon did. It's crazy, but in terms right now as well, QNT market capitalization, top 20 positions, we were worth $267, top 15, $385, and top 10, $574. And the driving force of the market, Bitcoin, long-term holders, 76% are not selling. That's very similar with QNT. And per Galaxy Digital report, after the first year, the ETF could bring in $14 billion. You can only imagine what that's going to do for QNT. And too many people focus on the macro. I've spoken before about blockchain cryptocurrency being in a 20-year secular bull market that often gets caught up in cyclical events. Remember, what fuels a bull run? The money printer, low interest rates, and the halving, and we're approaching those dates very shortly. So focusing too much on the macro, the technicals, is a distraction as Bitcoin cryptocurrency is achieving adoption independently at an exponential rate. So in short, I am very, very bullish. And even in the short-term charts with QNT, we just passed the bottom of the $80 ranges, and we have so much wiggle room to the previous bear market highs. And in bearish conditions, when there's a 20-30% gain, you sell. In bullish conditions, when there is a 20-30% gain, you either hold your bag or you simply buy the dip. So in the coming months, if the ETFs get approved, what price will one QNT be worth? Well, this is only my opinion. I do not have a crystal ball, but compared to other altcoins in my portfolio, for example, in Sunday buys, we can see WTK testing previous yearly bear market highs. We also have Tau, and we also have NXRA. So I personally believe we will easily see QNT break the previous October high of $228 in the short to medium term if the ETFs get approved. And be sure to let me know down below your predictions with QNT. Are they different than mine? Are you more bullish? Are you more bearish than QNT in the short to medium term? Are you expecting a crash in the market? Is this a bull trap? I want to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. Now with a QNT, is there any bullish news coming up, or is there any bullish news currently? Well, we do have the London Stock Exchange listing QNT under Grayscale Crypto Asset Index. This is huge. This is the QNT being the top 10 with the world's largest asset crypto manager in the world. And lastly, let's go over the community poll section, what you guys responded to the questions that I've asked. So what cryptos consist most of your portfolio in terms of market capitalization? We have mid caps, the most voted answer, 1 billion to 10 billion. I think that's pretty standard for most portfolios with that mid to high volume sort of range. Me personally, it's more small caps time, I think, because of new additions to my portfolio that we see in Digital Wealth Society group, like Tau and Check. Also, second question, what AI project will generate more returns? Most voted answer we have is RNDR, great project. Then we have AGIX, and then Tau in last place. I think a lot of people are going to be very switched on and turned on to Tau in the coming months as the price increases. And once you actually understand what it's all about, it took me a while. Similar to API-free, these products take a while to understand. Once you do, you immediately ape into them. So go and check all of those projects out. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.
We're here because we're innovators in blockchain and interoperability, but more importantly, CBDCs. So we've been working with central banks to really innovate and bring together technology as a CBDC and what it means for a payment system or a financial system across the world.
And how does Quant relate to central bank digital currencies exactly?
We're the platform and the infrastructure that central banks and commercial banks can use to implement, pilot and test CBDCs and tokenized assets in an interoperable way.
And so if we think of me or just any ordinary end user, why would I be interested in the central bank digital currency instead of just sending pounds, euros, whatever electronically?
I think as end users and consumers of money, we're using a system that's quite antiquated and it's built on legacy technology and legacy infrastructure. So what central bank digital currencies mean for us is a new form of money that's very digital and it can actually do things that our previous type of money can't do.
So, I mean, what kinds of things, for example?
Money of tomorrow, which is where we're heading, is able to create new products and new payment flows that enables us to create logic around it. So what that really means is if you want to send something to another party, you can remove all the risk, create conditions like if this happens, then release the money or take the tax out as I'm paying the money. So it really automates a lot of business workflows and consumer needs.
So if I was standing here from a traditional big bank, do you think I should be a little bit worried?
No, they're the innovators. So the big banks in the UK, Europe and the US, they're the ones leading the drive towards CBDCs because they're actually starting to implement what that means to their payment systems and to their infrastructure.
And I think some people on the libertarian right are slightly concerned that, you know, a digital currency could somehow be switched on or off at will, depending on the central bank or the government. Do you think that's a realistic fear, or is that not?
No, I think that's quite a naive view of what a central bank currency can do. From a regulation perspective, it's going to be the same